Hello there. For those of you who are experienced with the Mandela effect, you may know what I'm talking about or where I'm heading with this direction. If you are new to this or have no idea about it, it may confuse you a little bit, but it's still interesting, so, go ahead and give it a watch. So, I had another itch again, and when I get an itch, well, I have to itch it. I sat down yesterday with paper and pencil and began to just randomly jot down all of the things that either I felt were connections to the Mandela effect or what others have discussed. I thought maybe if I just randomly started putting it from pencil to paper, something would come to me. Sorry. In the process, I did start going down a couple of paths that I will now have to further investigate, but that will have to be for later. As I was randomly writing, something popped into my head, and I remember watching a video where the person was discussing CERN and how an authority figure was initially referred to as father, but then later called mother. I believe this is the title here of that said video. The video is questionable, but whether it's fact or fiction is up to the viewer, I suppose. And you guys gotta excuse my voice because I started getting a head cold last night, and yeah. So if I'm crackling or choking up, I apologize. Okay. Okay. But anyhow, after I thought of that, my mind went absolutely crazy with these weird connections that popped into my head. I had to run into town right away after this was happening, and the thoughts were just racing. As soon as I got to the store, I had to take out my phone and record my thoughts because they were going just fast and, well, a little mad. And I remember thinking, I can't imagine if somebody drove by or walked by the car and heard my ramblings through my window, what they would have thought. What is she talking about? Anyhow, my train of thought went as such. So we start with father. In Star Wars, Luke learns about his father, and the famous line changes from Luke, I am your father, to no, I am your father. His father is played by James Earl Jones. So, with James Earl Jones, there was one Mandela effect. James Earl Jones also played in The Field of Dreams, where the line changed from build it and they will come to build it and he will come. That is the second Mandela effect for him. So now we go to mother. In Forrest Gump, Forrest recalls a line his mother used to always say to him. His mother was played by Sally Fields. I'm waiting for this to catch up. The line changed from Mama used to say that life is like a box of chocolates to life was like a box of chocolates. So there's one Mandela effect for her. Then Sally Fields' line changed when she received her award from, I can't remember what it is now, but for me it was "You really like me." And see, my mind is racing even right now while I'm doing this, even though I have this all prepped. My mind wants to jump everywhere. Okay, where was I? So that's the second Mandela effect for her. So then she changes her name. She doesn't change her name. Her name changes from Sally Fields to Sally Field. That is the third Mandela effect for her. And then here is where I connected things. It led me to Field of Dreams, which they both, James Earl Jones, he played in it. Her name changed from Fields to Field. I don't know, it just sort of led me there. Now, firstly, it seems a little odd that James Earl Jones had 2 effects and Sally Fields had 3 effects, and they both kind of seem to point to each other with the word field. So then I started browsing, trying to follow these paths that are driving me insane. I started browsing through all of the movies that they each made. Not sure exactly what I was looking for. Perhaps they made a movie together. Perhaps one of the titles would jump out at me. Maybe there are more changes in some of the other movies that they made. I don't know. But at that point, I had to stop because my mind was racing through too many different possible paths, making it difficult to really think. You can't think when your brain's just going blah blah. So I stepped back for a bit. I left it at where I am right now, what you see. But like I said, I had an itch and thought I'd share that itch with you. I don't know. I could be on to something, or maybe once again I'm thinking too much. Anyhow, I figured it wouldn't hurt to quickly make this video so that you all could see one of the rabbit paths that I just chased. Maybe, just maybe, you guys might see some similar connections, either with this or with other Mandela effect changes. This one just really struck me. It's sort of like a spider web. It's just all interwoven, and I don't know. But enough of my rambling. On that note, I hope that you all have a great day, and I will talk to you later.